eToro has finally landed in Singapore. In this video, I'll be covering everything you need to know about the platform, from how much it really costs to trade on eToro to what features they offer, as well as some parts which I feel eToro is currently lacking. Now, just to be clear, this video isn't sponsored by eToro, so you can be rest assured that all these are my honest opinions. But full disclosure, I do have an affiliate link in the description if you choose to use the platform after watching the review. And with that being said, let's jump right in. So eToro isn't exactly new. It was founded all the way back in 2007 when they first started as a social trading platform where you can follow and copy other people's trades. And over the years, they have grown massively. Today, they have over 40 million registered users worldwide. And in May 2025, eToro even officially went public on the Nasdaq. In Singapore, eToro is licensed and regulated by MAS, which means they meet all the same compliance and investor protection standards as all the other local brokers. Globally, they are also regulated in multiple markets, including the US, UK, Europe, Australia, and many more. In terms of products, eToro allows you to trade stocks and ETFs from 20 different exchanges, including those in the US, London, Hong Kong, and Sydney, though Singapore is noticeably missing from this list. Besides that, it also allows you to trade CFDs, commodities, and even currencies on the platform. But keep in mind that those are higher risk products and aren't suitable for everyone. But honestly, even without those, with over 6,000 stocks and ETFs available, there's already plenty for most long-term investors to build a well-diversified portfolio. Now, let's talk about the parts that you need to know about. Fees. For a start, eToro charges a flat fee of $1 when trading stocks in most exchanges, and $2 for a few selected ones, such as Australia and Hong Kong. Because of this flat pricing, eToro fees are actually comparable or even cheaper than most brokers that we have in Singapore. Take the US market for example. While most brokers charge a commission that increases with your trade size, eToro's flat $1 fee can be a big cost saver, especially if you are trading larger amounts. And when it comes to Hong Kong and Australian markets, eToro's $2 flat fee is already lower than all the other brokers, which typically charge much higher minimum commissions. But wait, that's not all. If you are trading ETFs, eToro is actually commission free, making it the cheapest platform among all the major brokers in Singapore right now. Now, of course, the question is, what's the catch? There's no way that eToro can offer such low trading fees without making money somewhere else, right? And yup, there's a catch, and that is the currency conversion fees. You see, one quirk about eToro is that it only supports USD as its base currency. So whenever you deposit SGD, eToro automatically converts it to US dollars. And when you buy non-US stocks such as Hong Kong or UK stocks, it converts USD into those local currencies again. And that's where they charge a conversion spread. From my own testing, eToro's FX spread is around 0.9%, which is noticeably higher than most brokers here that usually range between 0.3% to 0.4%. So this conversion clause applies when you deposit SGD into your accounts, when you trade non-US stocks, and even when you withdraw money back to your SGD bank accounts. Though, the good news is that you can easily avoid most of these conversion fees by converting your funds into USD elsewhere first. For example, using Wise or Revolut, where the spread is much lower, then depositing USD directly into eToro. Then, when it's time to withdraw, you simply withdraw in US dollars and convert it back to SGD using those same platforms to save on the conversion fees. Now, before we be like, wow, the conversion fee is so expensive, eToro actually has an eToro club that offers tier-based discounts depending on your tier balance. For example, if you're in the bronze tier, meaning if you have less than 5,000 US dollars in assets, you'll be paying the standard 0.9% FX fee. But once your balance crosses 5,000 US dollars, you move up to the silver tier, where the FX fee drops to 0.68%. And at the 25,000 US dollars mark, you will reach the gold tier, which further lowers the fee to 0.45%, bringing it closer to what most Singapore brokers are already charging. So while the starting rate is higher, it actually becomes quite competitive once your portfolio grows. Next, besides the currency conversion fees, there's also a $5 withdrawal fee each time you take money out. It's not huge, but it can definitely add up over time if you are withdrawing often. Though, on the bright side, you could also say that this discourages panic selling because pulling money out frequently will literally cost you. Still, a fee is still a fee, so it's best to plan your withdrawals carefully. And finally, there's a $10 inactivity fee charged every month if you haven't logged in for 12 months. It is easy to avoid though. Just set a reminder to log in once a year and you will never be charged. Next, let's talk about the features. First up, fractional shares. By now, this is one of the most basic features that every modern broker should have. On eToro, you can start trading with as little as $10, which makes it perfect for beginners or anyone looking to practice dollar cost averaging without committing a huge amount upfront. But here's where eToro stands out from the rest. This fractional share feature isn't just limited to the US market. It also works for markets that don't normally allow fractional trading, like Hong Kong and Australia, where the minimum trade size is usually one full lot. For example, here you can see that I can buy Alibaba on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange with as little as $10, and this is something that's usually not possible on most other brokers. Next, eToro lets you trade 100 of the most popular US stocks and ETFs 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. This is especially helpful for those of us who don't want to stay up till midnight just to place a trade. It also allows you to react instantly to global events as they happen, whether it's a surprise interest rate cut, an earnings announcement, or a sudden tech rally. That said, keep in mind that during these extended hours, the liquidity tends to be lower, so trades might take longer to execute, and prices can move within a wider range. Still, for active investors who value flexibility, this feature is a big plus. Next, as mentioned earlier, the higher your tier balance, the higher eToro Club tier you'll be in. And moving up the tiers doesn't just give you better FX rates, it also unlocks a whole range of premium investing and lifestyle benefits. This includes things like a dedicated accounts manager, airports lounge access, premium research content from leading financial publishers, and various other exclusive rewards that get better as you level up. eToro comes with most of the tools you would expect to help you make more informed investment decisions, whether you are analyzing your favorite stocks or ETFs. You get stock charts powered by TradingView, complete with all the usual indicators and drawing tools. Under each company's page, you will also find detailed financial statements, income, balance sheet, and cash flow, all neatly presented and easy to digest. Then there's the Analysis tab, which shows the analyst consensus, average price targets, hedge fund activity, and even insider transactions. Together, these give you a clearer picture of how professionals and large investors are positioning themselves around a stock. Now, of course, you shouldn't follow these signals blindly, but they are still useful for understanding the broader sentiment and comparing it to your own view. And in the news section, eToro aggregates updates from reputable sources like Motley Fool, CNBC, KeepRanks, and Benzinga. One small but super helpful touch is that each article comes with a sentiment label showing whether the news is positive, neutral, or negative, so you can instantly gauge the tone before even reading the piece. Another feature that ties all this together is eToro's social feed, a built-in discussion platform that feels a bit like a mix between Facebook and Reddit, but for investing. Each stock and ETF has its own discussion page where users can share insights, post charts, or debate market trends. You can even check out specific investors to see what they are investing in, their performance history, and their thoughts. This is a refreshing change from the typical broker interface, where instead of trading in isolation, you are part of a global investing community. Now, of course, not every opinion there is worth following, but it's still a good way to sense the market's mood and discover new ideas that you might not have come across otherwise. Now, even though eToro already offers a strong set of features, there are still a few areas where I feel that it could be improved. First, funding options. Currently, eToro doesn't support eGiro, and you have to manually initiate a bank transfer each time you deposit funds. It definitely works, but it's slow and usually takes 1 to 2 business days for the funds to show up in your account. Though, the good news is that the team has confirmed that Pay Now deposits are coming soon, which should make the transfer process a little more seamless. Next, there's no recurring investment feature at this moment. This means you can't automatically invest a fixed amount on a schedule, something that would be especially helpful for those who practice dollar cost averaging. That said, recurring investment is already available in some other regions. So it's just a matter of time before it rolls out here in Singapore as well. Then, in terms of research tools, eToro still feels a little limited. While it's great for surface level insights, it still lacks some advanced features and deeper metrics that long-term investors might want. Still, the existing tools are more than enough for beginners who just need a clear snapshot of the company's fundamentals. Besides that, I also ran into a few minor bugs while trying out the platform. For example, when I first tried to trade ETFs, the system wouldn't let me place a trade until I discovered that I needed to complete a customer knowledge assessment. Also, when I tried to contact customer support through the chatbot, the answers were mostly unhelpful, and no live agent ever appeared. Thankfully, when I switched to the support ticket system, the team got back to me quickly and was able to resolve the issue quickly. Last but not least, if you are interested in signing up to eToro, right now they are running a welcome promo, where if you sign up via my link, fund your account with a minimum of $500, keep the funds there for 60 days while completing one buy trade, you get to receive a free $50 worth of shares. And the more you deposit, the higher your reward will be. Overall, eToro is a solid new player in Singapore's brokerage scene. It is easy to use, feature-packed, and offers some of the lowest trading fees in the market. You get fractional shares, 24-hour trading, and even a social feed that makes investing more interactive. But it's definitely not perfect yet. The funding could be faster, some features are missing, and the platform is a little buggy, but they are clearly heading in the right direction. So if you're looking for modern, all-in-one platform to invest and learn from others, eToro is definitely worth checking out.